This is Rebecca Dirks for PremierGuitar.com. We are here in New York City at Electro-Harmonix with Mike Matthews. And you're going to show us a little bit of what you guys do here, right?
I'll be happy, Rebecca. Come with me and I'll give you a tour so you can see just how we build things.
All right, let's go.
What happens first is I decide what product we're going to make, because my gut feeling is pretty good for all the, 40 years, 50 years experience, which ones the market's ready for, which ones are not that complex to design, which ones I like. Then John will take that product and get into the details on features that I haven't thought of, and kick that around with David, and they'll decide on final really good features. Then David will breadboard up an initial unit, and then one of the engineers, we have David over there. David recently completed the Tone Tattoo, our first multi-product. And another fella did the Super Ego, which is our synth machine. I'm really excited about that. Gino worked on the Ravish, which is our biggest hot product right now. And Michael has been working on the Next Step. That's a line of really innovative wah-wah and other pedals.
This is where they get the magic really kind of started and going.
Yep. We make about 75 different pedals. Soon it'll be about 85. And so I'll show you the Big Muff, which we brought out first in 1969. And we're still selling thousands of them every month. The first thing we do actually is print these chassis. This is our printing room, and we print some of our chassis, like the Big Muffs and the Deluxe Electric Missus and the POG 2. Here are some that we're not printing Big Muffs at the moment because we're working now on POG 2. This is just the first color for POG 2. And if you go over here, you can see the machine that Anna uses, and see Anna carefully print the POG 2. She makes sure that none of the paint is has smudged. If it does, then she wipes it off. And we put them all on racks and then put plastic around them so that when they dry, dust doesn't get on them. After they're dry, she'll print the second color. After they're printed with the two colors and dry, Ida assembles the hardware and puts in the circuit boards, which come, all soldered. She assembles the circuit board. We do this all the old-fashioned way, the way we used to do it in the 60s and 70s. Just solders these wires to the jacks and the foot switch, and then it's done. But all of the assembled products are then tested by technicians on the oscilloscope. And here, Janeth is testing a Big Muff. And you can see the waveforms on the oscilloscope. Sakura is now going to seal these Big Muffs so they're ready for our guitarist to test it with guitar. These are the old-fashioned Big Muffs that we started building in 1969. We even use special old-fashioned batteries. It has me in the scene when I was battling, gangsters in Russia. And we won those battles. This is me in front of a Russian tank. And we also sell a lot of these batteries to some of our competitors and to music stores. And that's it. And we stack them up, and now I'll show you how we test them. He's testing some other products right now, but I'm going to interrupt him so you can show you how he carefully tests the Big Muff, so every musician gets a perfectly working product. That's the sweet tone of the Big Muff. In fact, I'll show you something. Some of the most famous musicians in the world use the Big Muff, starting back in '69. And here is one of our early customers. You can see this is in 1971. Carlos Santana sent in his personal Santana check, clipped a coupon, and ordered one Big Muff on Santana stationery. And that sweet Santana sound probably was helped along with that sustaining tone of the Big Muff. On the table, they're getting ready to pack these Big Muffs into the final boxes. First, they wipe them down so musician gets one without any fingerprints. Prepare the instructions with the guarantee card and promotional material. Take the Big Muffs that are in the plastic bags, pack them in Big Muff boxes. We put in some bubble wrap so that they don't bounce around in the boxes. And now we have a finished Big Muff ready to ship. Here down in our shipping department, there's our inventory of Big Muffs all packed and ready to ship. And we go through a lot of Big Muffs. We're constantly building them. And over here you see a big order that we pulled with a lot of products, with Big Muffs and Holy Grails and bass Big Muffs, small clones, which we also print, bass microsynthesizers and little Big Muffs, micropogs, ready to pack and ship. So that's the full cycle of the Big Muff.
So next time one of our viewers buys a pedal, they could have bought one that we just watched it be made.
That's right. Aside from our Electro-Harmonix pedals, which you could see all sorts of demos on ehx.com, we own the largest factory in the world that manufactures vacuum tubes using all the best guitar amps. All the tubes, 6L6, EL34s, 12AX7s, 6V6, 6550s. We also sell all sorts of other parts used in tube amps, and we have them stocked here. We sell speakers and switches, jacks, high voltage capacitors using tube amps, cloth wire. Some people want to have the old vintage style cloth wire, sockets, hundreds of different parts.
You're testing the tubes down here too?
Well, the tubes are tested at the factory. This cutie. Actually, I went to China about 13 years ago, where we were exhibiting our pedals, and on the way back, I went with Arusha, who manages all our operations in Russia. She lives in Russia. On the way back, we stopped in Hawaii. We were on Maui, and we passed by this pet store, and she fell in love with Cutie. So I got him, and then after a few years, I bought Lily. Cutie's a guy, Lily's a girl, and they tight friends. Sometimes they go into this box to hang out.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to take us around the shop and show us how things are done here at Electro-Harmonix.
You're welcome.
This is Rebecca Dirks for PremierGuitar.com.